help with me with the drugs and everything too, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. She liked girls too, so I'm like, ooh. Yeah, get engaged, guys. It's a smart idea. Not. But in the past year, like, I've developed a new fear. You know, like when you play a video game, you're like, hit 34, new fear unlocked. Mine was flying. I didn't realize I was terrified of fucking flying till I knew I was kind of terrified of flying, made excuses not to fly. And then I eventually did. I was supposed to go to Vegas with all my buddies. And I missed the first flight, had a panic attack and threw up, blah, blah, blah. Xanax didn't kick in time. So they're like, okay, we're going to reroute you through Chicago. And I'm like, okay, perfect. My smart idea was like, you know what? I'm in the duty free already. I'm going to 26er vodka for $9. I'm like, Michael, excuse me. Huh. Michael, no, don't drink too much. So I call my doctor. I'm like, can you send the pharmacist here a script for 2 Xanax so I can at least get on these planes without freaking out? He's like, no, I can't do that for you. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I go to the pharmacist and I'm like, ma'am, you probably don't speak any English, that's fine. What can I do something similar to fucking Vicodin or lorazepam or Xanax, something like that? She looks at me, she's like, Lutein, melatonin, and Gravol. She didn't know I was like half a 26er in and taking a piss outside of the airport, smoking cigarettes with the 2 hands, because you can buy menthol cigarettes in the duty free, just a heads up, yeah, tremendous, small bros. Ooh! They'll kill me faster, but guess what? I've had a good run. So I do this, and the last thing I remember, I'm on a plane going to Chicago. And I'm like, I'm all pumped up, and I'm like, whoo, I have a little club soda because they want to serve me booze, and they thought I was a little intoxicated. I just told them my sleep pill didn't work too well, right? So I wake up. I remember standing up, and I'm like, I don't feel good. I'm on the plane, they're taxiing out to take off, and I remember waking up. I'm handcuffed to a bed in a nurse gown, and there's a Punjabi man like this with his legs spread. If you can imagine what that looks like, shitting himself, screaming, oh, my stomach. Right? And I'm like, okay, either I'm hell or Brampton, right? I didn't think I was in Chicago yet. I'm like, great Google, I'm handcuffed to bed. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? You know, I have a catheter in, and like, they had to peel that foreskin back. That thing looks like beating up bubblegum, you know, if I'm saying, right? They ain't too fucking pretty. I'm laying there in a hallway, and I'm like, am I in Chicago? Like, what the fuck is happening right now? This is fucking horrible. And there's this guy shitting his pants, and I'm like, oh my god. They're like, no, sir, you blacked out in the plane. We had to pull the plane back, all this stuff. I'm like, can I get out of here, please? So eventually, long story short, I got on the plane. I moved to Edmonton, Alberta. Technically, sorry, we're at Sherwood Park, and I was lonely. I broke up with my fiance that sucked the soul out of everyone and come out of everyone. Either way, right? I wake up, so I go there. I hang out, and I'm getting lonely. I was thinking about doing it. Anyone who here knows what a foo-foo is? Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little prison pussy? I thought about doing that. So I was too broke to get an escort, because escort, you don't pay to stay, you pay to leave, right? I was too broke to do this. So this girl calls me, right, on Tinder, and honestly, at this point, she kind of looked like Uncle Fester, but at this point, I didn't mind, right? I'm like, you know what? A warm hole is where home is, right? So I met her once, completely fucking bailed. She took me to this bar, and I'm like, whatever. Next time, me and her went fucking hung out, right? She went to a bar, had a cold drink. She's like, want to come back to my parents' place? Right there. I'm like, okay. Mike is going to lay that pipe tonight and get it done. Right, finally. That 2-month nut is going to be something fierce, right? She's going to blow the top of her head off, feel those heart palpitations coming out when I'm done with it, right? That doesn't happen, so I'm sleeping in her parents' living room with like the fancy couches. Yeah, for real, yeah. She's like, I'm going to bed, locks her door. I'm like, fuck this bitch right here. And I jerked off when her parents' show blanket and turned it over. Yeah, good luck with those yellow surprises. It smells like fish in here. Good. But it's funny enough, like, I remember her like posting a photo of her with a blanket later. I'm like, love those crusties, you crusty bitch. That's all it is. But yeah, so we ended up going to the place I did it was called Bunkers. It ended up being a swingers club. And next time I went there, she took off with me. I was sitting there by myself. I'm like, Porque! For you uneducated motherfuckers, Porque is why in Spanish. So, I'm sitting there. Some guy's wife comes and sits on my lap, and I'm like, he's like, it's fine, man. My wife wants to fuck you. I'm like, where the fuck am I? What is happening? Northwest Edmonton. I'm like, oh my god. I can see through her tight yoga pants, buddy. She had that Arby's shit, you know what I mean? That shaved up stuff. Maybe a little horsey sauce might have beat your tongue a little bit too, but that's fine. So I went home with her. Long story short, ended up with a tongue in my ass like I did at Denny's house. Cheers, folks. Have a great night.